WWE's Hell in a Cell is 25 days away, and we have one match already made. It is a mixed tag team match, and as far as we know, it will not be in the Hell in a Cell. Personally, two of the people in this match would be a great Hell in a Cell match to end the feud, even though it's kind of its second match back after SummerSlam. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella will face The Miz and Maurice. Again, this is not inside the Hell in a Cell, which would be groundbreaking for many things. The first mixed Hell in a Cell ever. But I don't think that's going to happen unless down the line, because we still have like a little over a month. So it could be possible. I'm not saying, but we have to see what the other matches are. Especially since this is a dual branded pay-per-view for the first time in a while. So probably the world titles will probably get Hell in a Cell, unless something incredible happens. But speaking of incredible, this will be Maurice's first match since WrestleMania 33, ironically in the mixed match against Cena and Nikki. And this will be Brie's first match since the Women's Royal Rumble. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. But I don't know. But I will say this, Maurice has been looks incredible from what she's done the past few months. I mean, think about it. She was basically giving birth before WrestleMania, and now she's back to where she was before she was pregnant. Almost, at least. It's incredible. It's like, what, 6 months even, maybe? Maybe 6 or 7 once we hit September? Since actually giving birth. That's incredible. But it'll be interesting to see because having a baby is one thing. And Brie had her match after having a baby at the Women's Royal Rumble. Way before the match, mind you, but still, it's different having a child and then going back into the ring, knowing that little one's going to watch you. And Monroe's young. Monroe Sky is very young at this point, but when you're little, you remember things a lot more. And if they mean something to you, you'll remember them a lot more than you would, learning to walk, learning to talk, stuff like that. You'll probably forget what your first word was, or when you actually took your first steps, or when you crawled, or whatever. Moments like WrestleMania, or moments like this match, you'll remember. For example, I mean, some people, like during The Undertaker's age, when he debuted in the then WWF, people will remember those purple gloves. I don't know why, but, they were a certain shade of purple. I want to say like a dark purple even. That, it's some, because some kids remember colors or shapes or something like that. That's why I'm using that as an example. Or, they'll obviously remember the first time they saw someone like Sting or The Undertaker or something like that. Or Owen Hart Owen Hart as the Blue Blazer, but I digress. But stars of this generation, you'll remember things like that. But when that superstar is your parent, let alone both of your parents, Birdie and Monroe will remember this match for a long time. They probably won't know why it's happening, and why mommy and daddy are fighting another mommy and daddy, and stuff like that. But, that's shit you learn when you're older. But nonetheless, this match is going to be great. By the way, this match came because of SummerSlam, obviously. But Miz, they said he had brass knucks, but I didn't see what was handed to him. It could have been a roll of quarters. It could have been something. It could have been something steel. Could have been anything. I don't know. But they're saying it was brass knucks, but I didn't see anything, at least from the replays, or at least from the original showing of the incident from where Maurice hands Miz something. But nonetheless, I will pick, and this is a tough one, but I will pick Miz and Maurice just because it's Hell in a Cell, anything goes, and quite frankly, They would need to win more since Maurice is coming back from having a child. Of course, Breeze had a child as well, but, she had her match. And it wasn't even technically a match. It was just the Rumble. So it could have been his appearance. But nonetheless, you have to make something happen. And Bryan would get the win maybe at a Survivor Series or something like that. Make it mean something more. Even though this is a big match to make that happen, I don't know if this would be the one to do it. With that being said, Hell in a Cell is 25 nights away. And a lot more matches will be made, especially with the new tag team champions, The New Day. Expect the rematch to be on that card as well. But we cannot confirm that or deny it as well.